Life is life as we know it, if we're willing to find heart, is beautiful. It is the most beautiful thing in the world to find our own hearts, to find love. And all we got to do is take down our defense systems and open up. And this in itself is a way to higher consciousness. It's a way to super consciousness. Yet it goes thoroughly against the survival mechanism of the mind, because we survive through resistance and through closure. And so those who have higher consciousness have learnt to surrender that resistance, have learnt to surrender that closure. They've taken their defense systems down and they walk through the world vulnerably, like a newborn, wide open. And in that wide openness, there is love. And it's beautiful. It's the true jewel of consciousness. It is in the love affair that the mind has with truth that it surrenders unconditionally. And so ultimately, it is a love affair that facilitates enlightenment. A love affair between the mind and beingness, the mind and truth, the mind and the nothingness, the mind and the everythingness. This love affair is the only thing that really takes us home. And so the way of the heart, I see clearly as the Buddhist path, to find love and to operate from that place, taking care of everyone and everything. So quite often I hear it said that Buddhism is the religion of loving kindness. Well, it is if you find heart, but then anything is if you find heart. The trick is undoing yourself, undoing your defense systems, taking them away, being open enough to facilitate heart. That's the trick. And that takes a fair bit of effort. You can't get there by studying books or by listening to teachers. You get there through practice. And it is only in practice that we succeed. There is no other way to succeed. I collected knowledge for years and years and years. I was an absolute bookworm. And I collected tapes and I collected videos and I watched them thinking that somehow it was going to raise my consciousness levels, because I was getting a bit of a hit off the videos and that, because they were talks from enlightened teachers, Osho Rajneesh mostly. No, it didn't work. What it did is it fired up my thirst for truth, and in firing up my thirst put me in a position where I realized that the only thing that was going to make a difference was practice. The practice of being present to reality, the practice of self-inquiry, the practice of openness. And so it's completely up to you what you do, but don't be led astray in thinking that somehow collecting knowledge and listening to gurus is going to wake you up. It is only your own effort, could call that right effort, that is actually going to make it work. And anything that human beings put their totality into, they tend to get good at. Whether it's music or poetry or art or business or higher consciousness or sport or anything. If we put our totality into anything, we get good at it. And so the same goes for higher consciousness. If you really want it, give it your totality. Make it so. Don't wait for someone else to make it so, because nobody is going to make it so for you but you. You're in charge of you. You create your reality by the way you think and how you act in the world. Your openness and only your openness will facilitate your experiencing heart. Up to you. Always up to you.